as Liam lifted me up in his arms and we proceeded to the bedroom. We strip. It's been thrilling like this for the past 1 week. I arrived. We're finished. I didn't reach climax, perhaps due to my racing thoughts. It was enjoyable as usual. Liam withdraws. I cuddle up next to him, then drift off to sleep quickly. Liam remains motionless, staring at me. Suddenly, I hear the sound of items shattering around the room as things slip and fall. I turn abruptly. What the heck? Liam's changed. This anger I mentioned, it's here now. His eyes are red, his expression filled with unspoken pain.
The Iraq War, spanning 2003 to 2011, saw the U.S.-led coalition overthrow Saddam Hussein's Ba'ath's regime. Following the invasion, insurgency plagued Iraq for years. U.S. troops withdrew in 2011, only to return in 2014. Saddam Hussein admitted to the lack of weapons of mass destruction, but maintained intentions of WMD proliferation. Casualty estimates range from 150,000 to 1,033,000, with civilians bearing the brunt. The conflict tarnished the U.S. and Bush's reputation, leading to Blair's resignation in 2007.
Hi, I am Tamar Amos, an Israeli transfer student, currently in my second year of studying business management in the United States. And this is my story. Join in. As you can tell, I'm passionate about staying in shape. And there's one more thing I'm passionate about, social media. Yes, you heard it right. My dream is to become an influencer. I know it might seem unconventional for an Israeli girl, but it's my dream. Popularity, a glamorous lifestyle, and quick cash, that's Tamar. But don't get me wrong, I'm a hard-working influencer who earns her own money. While I may not be as famous as I aspire to be just yet, we're making progress. Today holds special significance for me, and I'm absolutely thrilled. Reaching 100k followers on Instagram marks my greatest achievement yet. Hey guys, I just want to express my gratitude for reaching 100,000 followers. Your support means the world to me, and I truly appreciate each one of you. It's going to be challenging, but I'm committed to keeping my promise to all of you wonderful fans by dedicating the majority of my time to you today. The only hurdle in my journey to becoming an influencer was my dad, Ezra Amos, but don't misunderstand, I adore my father. He's practically my best friend. That was before I got a boyfriend. Haha. Dad insisted that I graduate in business management before pursuing my dreams, but we both understand that the journey of an influencer is ideally embarked upon early, not when you're in your mid to late 20s and facing challenges. This caused tension between Dad and me. I gave in, not wanting to risk being disowned over schooling. It affected our relationship a bit. Dad worries that influencing isn't a stable career and fears I may regret not pursuing a traditional degree as I grow older. Despite his concerns, I know obtaining one wouldn't hurt. It's been a year. I was 17 back then. 2 months ago, I met Liam on TikTok and we hit it off. You know how long-distance relationships go, right? He wanted to meet, and so did I. 3 weeks into the relationship, I applied to transfer to the United States for my studies, hoping to nurture the relationship further. As expected, Dad bluntly refused. But I explained that aside from being an influencer, I have other passions, like providing value to my followers and traveling. Not convincing enough, I turned to my aunt, Sarah, in her early 30s and my late mother's youngest sister for help. She assisted me in persuading my father to allow me to leave. Given Israel's current safety concerns, it's prudent to have one of his children abroad, considering the ongoing conflict with Pakistan. That's how I succeeded. Traditional parents can be suffocating. I had to wait all summer until I turned 18 before my dad allowed me to go. My passion for traveling is genuine, not just a ploy to persuade my father. Moving to the United States would allow me to pursue my studies and live my American dream. Since childhood, I've longed to live in America, a sentiment my mom understood well. Being in such a vast country would enhance my social media presence, promote my brand, and afford me the freedom to explore its wonders to the fullest. You might wonder about my mom. Sadly, she passed away from a brain tumor 3 years ago. We've since moved on. We haven't completely moved on, but I believe we're making an effort not to dwell on it. Let's steer clear of family matters for now. I'm sharing an apartment with my boyfriend Liam. Even though I could afford my own place, he suggested I move in with him. I thought, Why not? So I jumped at the opportunity. I promised to answer your question today. Send them in, guys. I quickly grabbed one of the brand products I use, which was lying nearby, and showed it to my fans. I've always had great skin, but then I tried this product from K&K. It really enhances my glow. I'd recommend it any day, any time. Another question arises. Why are you in the United States? For college. I actually have an interview today with the school by 2 p.m. Wish me luck, guys. I have to go, guys, but I promise to be back in a few hours. Thanks once again for the immense love. I ended the Instagram live stream as Liam lifted me up in his arms and we proceeded to the bedroom. We strip. It's been thrilling like this for the past 1 week I arrived. I've gone from being spoiled with intimacy to enjoying clubbing and amazing dinner dates. This is the best relationship I've ever experienced. Liam is my second boyfriend. I broke up with my first when I met him. Liam is the best choice I've made. He's so respectful and loving, always fulfilling my wishes, but something about him feels off. Even now on cloud 9, I can't shake that feeling. These chills, unsettling sensations linger in his breath, like an impending danger. Darkness. Come to think of it, Liam has been receiving unsettling calls that constantly anger him. He claims it's his brother Greg who wants to visit. However, for some reason Liam doesn't want him to come over. I suspect Liam is avoiding Greg because I'm living here. But would that really cause so much anger? I'm not sure. I've thought about talking to Dad about this uneasy feeling. Not about Liam, but about a sense of impending danger. Maybe we could pray together like Mom used to. But then again, Dad might overreact and want me back in Israel. It's likely just adjusting to a new place. I can handle it. I'll put on my big girl shoes and adapt. Forget I said anything. This is my first time away from home. I am definitely showing signs of agoraphobia. Agoraphobia? Tamer, this should make you worry. I might need to see a therapist. The truth is that this fear is real. Wait though, that's what I can't explain. My Aunt Sarah? Absolutely. How did she slip my mind? Following my interview today, I'll ensure to allocate some time for a meaningful conversation with Aunt Sarah tonight. I might even share with her about my new relationship with Liam. Everyone back home is aware that I was dating Matthew, but they're unaware of our breakup. We're finished. I didn't reach climax, perhaps due to my racing thoughts. It was enjoyable as usual. Liam withdraws. I cuddle up next to him, then drift off to sleep quickly. Liam remains motionless, staring at me. Suddenly, I hear the sound of items shattering around the room as things slip and fall. I turn abruptly. What the heck? Liam's changed. This anger I mentioned, it's here now. His eyes are red, his expression filled with unspoken pain. He avoids his brother, keeping to just us. He never talks about his family. He was born here, raised in an orphanage. Maybe that's why he's sometimes angry. Compassion fills my thoughts. Liam notices me, abruptly stopping his odd behavior. He pulls out cigarettes, smoking as he stares at the window. I slip out of bed, come up behind him, and hold him close. He turns, holding me tight, our foreheads touching. Liam, can we talk about this?
About what?
You know what?
There is nothing to talk about. Go back to sleep.
It's nothing. Liam, this can't be nothing. Why are you so pissed off? He yells at the top of his voice, then brushes me off with his shoulder, motioning for me to leave the room, all while saying,
Leave me alone. Why all the questions? I need to think. Everything feels different with you here.
He finishes his statements as he walks out of the room. Tears well up in my eyes, leaving me bewildered. Did I overlook something? What just happened? He's not my parent to yell at me like that. Such behavior is unacceptable to me. I wipe away my tears. I didn't come all this way to be disrespected by a man. I'm done. I spring into action, grabbing my luggage and swiftly beginning to pack my belongings into it on the bed.
What are you doing?
It's nothing. Go back to whatever you were.
Okay, Tamar, I am sorry for yelling. Please don't leave me.
I keep packing my luggage. He stands in my way. I push him aside, but he pulls me close. Despite leaving my life in Israel to be with Liam, he screams at me. Tears stream down my face at this point. He keeps apologizing, making me reconsider the breakup. Maybe I'm overreacting, but setting boundaries early is crucial for a relationship's success. If I forgive him for brushing me off, worse might follow. Shoving, verbal abuse, even physical aggression. Then what? Depression, loss of focus, and clouded thoughts. High blood pressure is inevitable. It could end in therapy if I'm lucky. One thing is certain. I need my own apartment. Every improper action must have a proper reaction.
I'm just having a bad day.
Bad day? That makes you act crazy?
I apologize and I promise it won't happen again.
I take him to sit, gaze into his eyes. What's happening, Liam? What's causing these bad days, nights and emotional shifts?
Okay, I am still dealing with it.
Let's deal with it together.
Sure, I'll fill you in over dinner tonight since it's quite a long story. Now go back to sleep. Focus on preparing for your interview and your future while I sort things out. Okay?
That sounded convincing. Now and dinner is almost the same. As soon as my head touches the pillow, I drift off to sleep almost instantly. I wake up to find Liam by the window, holding a bottle of alcohol. I glance at the clock on the wall and am shocked to see that it's already 12 p.m. Holy Christ, Jesus! Liam, why didn't you wake me sooner? I'd jump off the bed.
It's 3 hours already. You didn't tell me to.
I rush into the bathroom. My interview is at 2 p.m., but I prefer to be punctual. Being there at least 1 hour early is just my thing. What if they decide to start earlier? No, this can't happen today of all days. Makeup takes me forever to finish. I consider skipping it. No, I can't. Maybe just a little will suffice. After a quick bath, I'm out. I start applying makeup, dress up, and I'm ready. I glance at the table. Where's my iPhone stun gun case? I never leave the house without a self-defense tool to protect myself. I can't go without it today. You never know. In America, a self-defense tool should be a girl's second best friend. I think I misplaced it while packing my luggage earlier.
What is it?
I start to look around for it, search in my closet, check the bed. No sign of the stun gun case. My iPhone stun gun case.
Wait, let me help you.
I turn towards the window side, bend beside the bed.
No!
Seem agitated as he tries to stop me from bending. I'm already up and guess what I found? A gift box. Is it a surprise for me? Shoved under the bed? I brought it out anyway. Liam looks consumed with something that looks like fright. I open the box and flip through the pictures of women. On the back of each picture, there are names and their places of origin written. Who are these women?
My art.
Your art. Liam snatches the box from my hands abruptly, shoving everything back inside and forcefully cramming it into his luggage.
Yeah, I am considering going into photography.
I smile as I say, for a moment I thought
I am what?
The situation cracked me up. Psycho.
What? Why will you think that?
I proceed to check one of my luggage inside the wardrobe, saying, they keep an item of their past victims, but if you are, I wouldn't mind being your victim. I find my stun gun case. I fix my phone on it.
Be careful what you wish for.
Liam pulls me closer and kisses me as we land on the bed. Things start to heat up, but I remember my interview. Liam begins to take things further, but I stop him promptly before I forget about my interview. In the blink of an eye, the doorbell rings, which is unusual considering nobody has visited us in the past week. Liam claims he doesn't keep friends, but that's not the shocking part. It's how quickly his mood changes again, the darkness in his demeanor and the reddishness of his eyes. I try to overlook it. I'll get the door, you get ready. Like a flash, Liam pulls me back forcefully. Ah!
Sorry, Tamar, please stay here. Don't come out, no matter what.
Dang, dang, dang. The knocks pound on the door as if they own the property. Liam grows anxious and I can sense trouble brewing under his breath. What? Why?
I owe those guys some money and...
Money? Why didn't you ask me? I would have helped you.
That's considerate. As I mentioned before, we'll discuss it over dinner. I'll take care of it. Just stay inside, all right?
Okay, but hurry. I don't have all day.
Sure.
He departs. I grab my phone and go live on Instagram, connecting with my fans. I intend to stay online until we leave for school. Hi guys. Hi Mariana. Love you too, Tyler. You cute too, Jasmine. Oh, thank you so much. Almost immediately, I start to hear rattling sounds and voices, as if there's a struggle going on. Concerned, I leave the room to investigate, ready to call the police if necessary. I realize I don't even know the police code from Miami. I appear in the lobby, peep from the doorway, slightly hide to avoid being seen.
Hey, where is she?
Greg, I told you guys not to come here. Fred, behave yourself or you leave.
The boss Amin said it must happen today.
This Fred guy appears to be a dangerous drug dealer. Gray is asking about me. I recognize Greg's voice. Liam has been talking to him over the phone. Owing money to your half-brother shouldn't result in such violence. This only confirms my earlier decision to move out.
Liam, bring that bitch out now.
This is becoming ridiculously scary. I adjust my camera's view so my fans can see what's happening. I can't comprehend Fred's desperation to meet me.
Greg, please help me out here.
And what will you tell our Iranian people who depend on us for justice after years of training and investing in you? Me, us.
I had no idea Liam was from Iraq. Oh my God, that's like the opposite of who I am. An Israel dating an Iraqi. Holy Christ. Greg tries to intervene, but Liam keeps pushing them back. In a split second, Fred pulls out a gun. I gasp in fear, covering my mouth, and as I look up, I see Greg, Fred, and Liam staring at me. Suddenly, Fred turns his gun towards me, but Liam rushes in front of it, and everything goes blank. Bang! Fred fires towards me. My phone slips from my hand. I quickly pick it up, tears streaming down my face, heart pounding. I hear my own heartbeat as I run through the lobby, then dart towards a covered area with a storage door, screaming. Fred chases after me, firing shots. I burst into the storage and quickly lock the door. For a moment, I feel my breath falter, so I pause, tears still streaming. I turn to my fans, seeking solace. My boyfriend is involved with all these bad guys. He said he owned the money. Dang, dang, dang. That's Fred. He pounds on the door.
Open this door. Tamar!
I really don't know, but I am at number 1125 Peel Street. Please send me help. Help me. I beg you. I weep almost silently, then glance around the storage room, searching the shelves for something to defend myself with. However, it's the most barren room imaginable, containing only luggage. It's practically empty. Then suddenly I remember something. Bang! Fred fires, breaking the door and storming in. He looks around but can't find me. Stepping further inside, I swiftly emerge from behind the door, shocking him. Strategically, I use my iPhone stun gun case to electrify Fred, causing him to scream and fall to the ground incapacitated. I seize his gun, remembering my Bible's teachings about taking freedom by force. I refuse to back down. I'm Israeli, and we never shy away from threats. I press on through the lobby. Suddenly, Greg appears and I point Fred's weapon at him. He does the same. In an instant, he says,
You eat her alive. Don't.
Chills run down my entire body as Fred's gun touches my head. I raise my hands up in surrender. Please, I am sorry. You want money, right? Name it. My father will pay. Fred angrily strikes me, causing me to fall to the ground. He pulls me up and delivers another blow, followed by a slap. Then he violently yanks me by the hair, dragging me into the room. Liam is nowhere to be seen. Fred forcefully pushes me onto the bed, and I struggle to break free. Greg joins him, holding my hands down. My father will pay you whatever amount you want. Just let me go. I beg you. Fred and Greg laugh as Fred continues to unbuckle his belt. Where is Liam? Have they hurt him? Oh my God! Don't do this. I beg of you. Please, you don't have to. Liam! Liam, if you can hear me, please help me. No, please. Liam! Right at that moment, Fred is about to go down when we hear the cocking of a gun. We all turn towards the sound, and there stands Liam, pointing his weapon at Fred.
Get off her.
In an instant, they release their grip on me, tears streaming down my face. I rush to stand beside Liam. Fred is furious at this. He swiftly knocks the gun out of Liam's hand, sparking a fight. No, Liam, this is not the time. Let's get out. Liam, that's... In the blink of an eye, Greg grabs me, covering my mouth as he pulls me out of the room. I scream and cry harder, but it's futile. This is a prime example of misplaced priorities. I've been with Greg for some time now, and Liam hasn't even realized that I might need rescuing. He seems to have completely forgotten about me, consumed by anger and a sense of honor, feeling betrayed that they want to take his woman.
Stand still, Tamar.
The scream from Greg propelled Liam and Fred to storm into the living room. As you can see, what I'm wearing is a weapon of mass destruction. It will devastate my father. Who are these people? Liam told me he's an American. Blatant lie. On the other hand, Greg has been doing a lot of talking, more like giving instructions. He said I'm heading to Miami Beach, and all I have to do is stand in the midst of the crowd. Do you know what Miami Beach is like? It's filled with young people, kids, mothers, fathers, breadwinners of families, newlyweds, passionate individuals, and talented creatives, all of whom have done nothing wrong. If this insane mission comes to that, I won't just stand and wait. I'll sprint onto the beach, running as far as I can before the explosion hits. As I run, I'll scream at everyone to evacuate the area, warning them of the impending explosion. Whatever it takes to save as many people as possible, I'll do it. Good Lord, this imagination is horrifying. But before anything else, I need answers. Who are these people? Why me? What has driven this mission? Who is behind this terrorist attack on America? Why target America? And why would an Israeli girl choose to commit this crime? What do they stand to gain if this mission succeeds? Those are the questions I posed to Greg. Initially, he seemed to think he didn't owe me an explanation, but I told him it's cowardly to set me ablaze without telling me why. Greg reconsiders, speaks up.
Alright, I'll just give a summary. This story is dragging on too long already.
According to Greg, American attacked their nation and killed their parents about a decade ago. The Iranian people are dwelling on this pain. So amount the affected kids, which him, Liam and Fred falls into. They were rescued, prepared and practiced how to build weapons of mass destruction with low budget and create havoc in America as revenge. I'm aware of the Iraq War, but how does that relate to me? I ask further to understand why I'm involved. Why me out of all the people on Earth? Greg told me not to consider myself special. What's so special about dying? I wondered. There wasn't a specific reason for choosing me specifically. They just needed an Israeli girl to accomplish their goals. Liam randomly found me on TikTok. He thought I was gullible, the perfect tool for their mission. Saying it out loud hurts differently. Unfortunately for Liam, he fell in love with me and proposed to groom another girl. So what benefit or impact will an Israeli girl have in this entire situation? Greg concluded by stating that the ongoing war, the Israel-Hamas war between Israel and Palestinian militants, especially Hamas and the Palestinian Islamic Jihad Paigar, that began on October 7, 2023, when Hamas launched a land, sea and air assault on Israel from the Gaza Strip. Iraq will support Hamas and the entire Pakistan with everything they've got in order to defeat Israeli forces. Recently, Israel's refusal to permit aid to Gaza led the US to contemplate withdrawing its support from Israel. This declaration presented an opportunity, so they decided to exploit it for their own gain. The goal became to provoke the Americans to the point where they would take up arms against Israel. To accomplish this, they needed to use someone new arriving from Israel. This will spark anger from the Americans, prompting them to withdraw support from Israel and spark the US-Israeli war of 2024. Israel's attention will be shifted from Hamas to the United States, investing into it. That is when Iraq will strike and finally defeat Israel. Their aim was to bring down the revered Jewish and Christian religions. Likewise, they sought to internally destroy the United States through martyr operations in key areas until America was brought to its knees. This was seen as the path to peace for Iraq. Do not be deceived by Greg's cry for empty. On the evening of 27 October 2023, Israel launched a large-scale invasion of the Gaza Strip with the stated goals of eliminating and destroying Hamas, a military and political movement which led an attack against Israel earlier in October, and to free hostages taken by Hamas. Following the attack, Israel declared a state of war, tightened its blockade, ordered the evacuation of the northern Gaza Strip, and launched Operation Swords of Iron. I can confirm that Hamas and Palestinian Islamic Jihad PiJ are designated as terrorist organizations by several countries, including the United States, European Union, Canada, and Israel, among others. They have been involved in numerous attacks targeting civilians and have been responsible for a significant number of casualties. Oh my, look who finally decided to join us. Liam rushes into the living room with Fred after Greg yelled at me for shaking too much. I have a lot to say to Liam. Karam, oh Liam, are you shocked? Isn't Karam Bahai your original name, you son of the devil? All those women's pictures hidden under your bed, what country were you trying to target by taking their lives? You'll rot in hell.
Hell? Like where you are going?
Greg, let's talk about this. Please, man, don't involve Tamer. I love her. I'll find another girl.
Oh, my God.
Terror is in love.
Greg and Fred laughs.
Can you hear yourself, Liam? This is why we're in this America. To revenge our father and regain our dignity as men of honor.
Greg, there is no honor in crime.
Shut up, Tama.
Liam, what will you tell our Iranian people who depend on us to avenge their loss, our own parent? Armin approved Tamar. If you withdraw, he will come after us.
I have been providing women and playing a significant role, accounting for 70% of the creation of every weapon utilized in these operations. My actions have always been in service of our Iraq. Now, I simply request a favor from the same now. Grant me the time needed to secure a replacement.
Armin is calling. Assalamu alaikum Hajutak Armin.
Greg hurries inside to respond to the call, with Liam trailing behind him. Meanwhile, Fred sets the timer for the explosion, and it begins counting down. Accepting my fate, I resolve to save as many lives as I can once I reach Miami Beach. Throughout this ordeal, I've been praying fervently for a miracle, seeking forgiveness for my sins and assistance from the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Fred swiftly retrieves his phone and opens a video, presenting it to me as I watch in anticipation. To my surprise, the video displays the exterior of my father's home, with my brother Livy seen outside the compound, engrossed in his basketball's game. You psychopath! Why drag my family into this mess? Leave them out. Leave them alone.
For this scenario to unfold peacefully hinges entirely on your cooperation. We will monitor your movements closely, and any attempt at deception will result in swift action from my operatives on the ground, potentially endangering your family.
A wave of profound despair washes over me, and I find myself crying out in helplessness. I glance at Liam, who witnesses Fred's menacing threats. It dawns on me that this operation extends far beyond the confines of this room, and tears stream down my cheeks as anger consumes my heart. If they're willing to go to such lengths, how can I be certain they won't harm my family after I've given my life and put innocent Americans at risk in Miami? The path to freedom is fraught with danger, and I must strategize carefully if I wish to reclaim it, for the kingdom of God truly suffers violence.
At least I can have a moment with her.
They allow us. Greg and Fred stand together as they chat. How could you do this to me, Liam? My dad and brother too.
I am sorry.
Liam pulls me close, gently pressing me against the wall, and kisses me as he carefully drives the scissors into my hand. Then, in a whispered tone, Liam utters the following words to me.
Once you reach the shore, remove the shoulder pads. They should come off smoothly. I've already tweaked them earlier. Head towards the west to rendezvous with me. I'll be anticipating your arrival. Let's embark on a fresh journey together away from all of this. My affection for you knows no bounds, Tamar.
I love you too, Karen. As Liam uttered those words, I deftly removed a gun from his trousers, discreetly slipping it behind me. What a reckless scheme. Does he realize his plans could endanger my family? Liam distanced himself from me as he says the below.
You're not the first. Neither will you be the last. You're not special. Take her away.
He joined his fellow criminals. The sound of police sirens grew louder as they approached the house, providing a distraction. My supporters came through for me. Thank you, Lord. I have 15 minutes left before my admission interview. There's still time. Should I wait for the police? It could lead to a shootout, endangering my chances. They might take me hostage, jeopardizing everything.
We have to leave through the bedroom window.
These criminals have no regard for their own lives. I'll take control of my destiny. With determination, I swiftly draw the gun and point it at them. I cock the weapon. Not so fast, Fred.
What are you doing, Tamar? This isn't the plan.
Greg brandishes his weapon, ready to shoot. In a swift response, I fire rapidly. Bang! Bang! Greg collapses.
Brother!
As Fred reaches for his gun while turning to strike, I swiftly fire. Bang! Bang! He falls too. Liam turns, noticing Fred on the ground, and lets out a painful yell as he attempts to attack me. Bang! 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 That's the police firing everywhere. I hide myself. The door promptly opens.
Police, your hands in the air.
Liam and I raise our hands in surrender. The police moving quickly, gathering the guns and moving to handcuff Liam. However, Liam charges toward me, attempting to attack me from a distance. He is in tears, compasses with regrets and bitterness.
Greg was my flesh and blood, Tamar. He's all the family I have. How could you betray me in this way?
Now you comprehend the pain felt by the families of those girls whose lives you've taken away.
Tamar, are you okay?
How did you know my name, officer? I sever the strap of the WOMMD. The police are cautiously attempting to remove it as one of the officers replies me the below.
Your Instagram live broadcast is trending worldwide. Numerous people are gathered outside, eagerly awaiting your arrival, Tamar.
All over the world, I made it globally. That's the dream. I did it effortlessly. Suddenly, I notice Fred's hand as he retrieves the remote from his pocket. I let out a scream. Officers, look! Fred presses the button, and we hear the ominous sound. Tick, tick, tick. It's the duty emitting the sound and flashing lights. The display shows 1 minute. I let out a scream. Run! Shockingly stops.
What? Sutherland.
I told you, Tamar. I tampered with the WMD while Greg and Fred were with you inside. Yet you still killed my brother.
Once bitten, twice shy. The police escort Liam out onto the street, and I trail along behind them. The excitement of my fans fills the air. I wave my hands in gratitude to everyone who supported me by reposting, retweeting, and liking my live. I love you all! The press rushes toward me.
Tamar Amos, how do you feel about overcoming such a nightmare?
I am grateful to God for sparing my life to share this story, and I deeply appreciate my amazing supporters for providing assistance when they did.
I was conversing with an officer earlier, and he expressed that the entire nation owes you immense gratitude for dismantling a terrorist group operating right under our noses.
I'm pleased that I could leverage my platform to enact positive changes. I must hurry now as I have an admission test to attend. Thank you, Americans. Thank you all. I wave to my fans as I enter the police car. We drive off. Officer, drive me to Princeton University.